The African Paralympic Committee has signed a partnership agreement with sports agency Team TOC who are organizers of the European Para Championship. According to the African Paralympic Committee President, Mr. Samson Deen, the deal is to help with arrangements for the next edition of the Africa Para Games.
The partnership was signed during an APC summit in Paris whilst the 2024 Paralympic continued in the French capital. The first African Para Games in Accra hosted amputee football, wheelchair basketball, and wheelchair tennis, but only the latter two sports are featured at the Paralympics. The African Paralympic Committee, APC, led by its president, Mr. Samson Deen, signed the partnership agreement with sports agency Team TOC, who are the organizers of the European Para Championship, and the Netherlands-based firm hopes to include more sporting disciplines when the next Africa Para Games are held in 2027. Although the most recent editions of the Africa Para Games and African Games were both held in Accra using the same facilities, unlike the Paralympics, there is no agreement that both events must always be hosted by the same city. The APC president, Mr. Samson Deen, explained to GBC sports correspondent in Paris, Michael Okuli, that the APC has for the 2027 and 2031 editions and in the next 9 months work together to find a host city in Africa.
What we have just done is to learn from the organization of the first African Para Games. With that experience and exposure given to the African athletes, it was time to expand the reach of how to get things done for the next year. So we had a lot of engagement and we settled on the organizers of the European Championship. As you have just seen, we signed an agreement with Eric Kirsten, who has a strong contact within the sports fraternity. And for Africa to leverage on that relationship and connection to make sure that we organize the next and biggest second African Para Games. Today marks exactly 1 year since the first one was organized. So we chose today to be the day that we shall choose for the next one. So as you can see, the event settled and centered on the African Paralympics. We are looking at 12 years of partnership. They are to do the 2027 and the 2031. And the organization of the next event starts from today.
The APC has also declared 3rd September to be the annual day of para sports across the continent. The date marks the anniversary of the inauguration of the African Para Games in Accra, and the hope is that across the continent, each country will celebrate and promote disability sports to boost awareness and participation.